I mean, yeah, it's part of life though. It's just a regular job, you know. I've heard that taxes are also terrifying. They are actually terrifying, which is why you usually just get someone to do them for you. Instead, you pay someone to do them for you because they're scary as shit. I can tell you 2 stories. All right, here's number 1 that was really scary involving taxes. Your dad got investigated for tax fraud. And what's hilarious about this, I got the letter and I was like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck? What is this? I've been doing everything fine. Now, it turns out they just investigate anyone that suddenly goes from making no money to a lot of money very quick because drugs. Drugs. They think it's drugs. So yeah, I went from paying almost no tax at my retail job because I was on too little of a wage to where I barely paid anything, to all of a sudden, whap! Holy shit, he's self-employed and now makes way more money. Thank God you're an egghead. You don't have to deal with this shit. So yeah, I got a little bit of I had a little bit of an investigation going on, and the person that was investigating me had no idea what YouTube was, how you could make money online, did not understand even after being explained twice what it was. We ended up having to request an entirely different person to take over because they were just fucking useless. I just don't know how. It was bizarre. I basically told my accountant, I was like, hey, so what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, don't worry about that. That's very normal for someone in your position. I was like, are you shitting me? Shitting me right now? It's normal to you? It's like, yeah, I've seen this a million times. Don't worry. We'll sort it out. So yeah, it all got sorted. Don't worry. All got sorted because we eventually got someone that knew what they were talking about and explained to them. They were like, oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. You're good. We actually owe you money. Whoops. It's like we sent them. Yeah, exactly, Chad. I swear to God, I can't make this show up. We sent them all of the things that we already sent. So like we did all the, we've been doing all the taxes like very accurately, right? And then we sent them all of our work, right? It's like homework, right? You show how you did your mathematics and shit. We showed them how we did all the math, right? And then they were like, oopsie, you paid too much tax. We owe you like 20 grand. I was like, what? The absolute two-head buffoonery of the government. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. So that was a scary but a funny story involving taxes. Oh, you're in your let's use all the signs era. Here we go. It's time. Here comes the retail story. God, it was so weird. It was so weird. Just like the back and forth that we had. I was just like, is this real life? Geg will not collect taxes. Yeah, just like Texas, but only for streamers. Yeah, there's a reason why so many streamers move to Texas. It's because there's just no taxes for them. They just exist in their own little bubble. It's ridiculous. If there is tax, it's like minimum. It's like, it's fuck all. Compared to, I don't know, California, that takes like almost 50%. So it's pretty crazy. That's Andorra for the Hispanics. Oh, really? There's another spot as well. I forget where it is, but it's like in a weird spot that is technically a British territory, but it's in like wait, is that who I'm thinking? Is that what I'm thinking of, Cheyenne? Is that what Andorra? Hold on, let me check. It's time for another scary story, which was from retail. So your dad used to work in a retail store for a while, and I earned barely any money. And during that time, I would get some interesting customers. A lot of them were just like, you know what Karen means, right? You know what Karen is? You look so Okay. Yeah, you can put your helmet on. You look like you were just staring me straight through my soul. Yeah, so like we had a bunch of those, and I can deal with Karens for the most part. I can deal with like irate customers, people that are just like angry for no reason, it seems like. However, this dude walked into the store with a mission. He walked in, and I used to be on this desk, this help desk at the back of the store, right? And I would like help people out. I'd set up their phones. I would like tell them what TV to buy. I'll tell them when games were coming out, shit like that, right? And this guy just comes walking in, and I see him coming from the right hand side, and he looks at me and just fucking throws his phone at my desk, and it like fucking goes doof, doof, like bangs off my desk and then lands in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck? And he just screams at me and just goes, "You fucked me! You fucked me with this phone!" I was like, wow! Wow, what the fuck? I didn't swear, obviously, because I couldn't. I was in like PG mode, so I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa! What do you mean? Can you explain? I'm sorry, can you explain? I went to like customer service mode, right? And turns out he was just like mad because he didn't put money on his phone. It was like a pay-as-you-go phone. He didn't put money on it. So when he went to use it, he couldn't fucking use it. And apparently that was my fault. Even though I always tell everyone you need to put money on your fucking phone. Anyway, long story short, Cheyenne, long story short. After him screaming at me for a solid like 10 to 15 minutes or something stupid, I went and got the manager. Manager came out. I obviously told the manager like what was going on. Manager came out, and the dude just completely flipped his personality. He just went, "Oh, hi, mate." I was like, "Motherfucker, you were just swearing your head off at me. You threw the phone at me. What the fuck?" He just snap. Completely different person. And then he gets so chummy and so like friendly, he just starts talking about his day and what he was up to. Oh, it turns out he's a football hooligan and is banned from multiple stadiums. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thanks for telling me that, random stranger. Thanks for that. That explains your irate behavior over something that was not my fault. So yeah, I got off lightly there. I got off lightly. I could have got punched in the fucking face. I think he was probably, you know, thinking he'd just get kicked out like he's been kicked out of everywhere else for punching people in the face. Anyway, there's your story, Cheyenne. There's your two interesting real life scary stories that have a funny happy ending. Because I sorted the taxes and then the guy went away happy after the manager spoke to him, and I was just left confused. In both instances, just very confused. Do you know there's a place called Karen's Diner? Guess the concept. Oh, I know about this. Yeah, I know. They got into some hot bother a few times. Did you hear about this? So like, there's multiple diners that have this like concept, and a few of them keep getting in trouble because they just like go too far. They go way too far, and usually it's like with the kids at the table, right? With the minors, and they're just being really bad, like awful, like extremely awful. They need to have like a limit. They need to have like an actual limit to how far they can push it, and they don't. So like they get in trouble. You can literally Google it. Yeah, why would you take your kids there? True. You literally, I would never take you to a Karen's Diner, Cheyenne, because that would just be a terrible, terrible experience. But yeah, there's like, you can Google it. There's like multiple instances of them just getting like flack, like getting under fire for just shit they've done. Taking things too far. Not a joke anymore. Yeah, Cheyenne's Hell Kitchen doesn't know. Your Hell Kitchen would be fucking awesome. I would eat there every day, Cheyenne. You make the best food. You make the best fucking food. Holy shit. Do I get to eat for free at Cheyenne's Hell Kitchen? Wicked. All right. That's the perks of being a dad.